It's a transfer special today and we've been very busy in the transfer window. It's also the German Super Cup final. Let's get into this and let's see what we've been up to. So then guys, welcome back to the Red Devil Revival episode 101 today. It's a transfer special, I've already said in that intro, and it's also the German Super Cup final. We take on Bayern Munich, the game we had at the end of last season we have again today. But today it is for a trophy, and one which I certainly do want to win once again. Before we get going to today's video guys, if you missed last episode where we went through that match with Bayern, the final match of the Bundesliga, and also went through our plans for both this season and the seasons going forward, there'll be a link right above me. You can go back and see exactly how everything took place, how we got on, and how we ended the season as well. And of course as well guys, if you do enjoy today's transfer special, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you do want to see any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, get straight into this video today. We've been very busy. This is our very first competitive fixture of the season. I wasn't going to show it initially, thought we'd go right through the transfer window, but as it is another big game with Bayern Munich and of course for a trophy, I thought let's come back for it and see how we do get on. I think we've done most of our transfer business as well already, and it's not even August yet in the game. Now if we go to our transfers and go to our transfer history, there is still a few little bits here and there taking place, possibly a couple more players leaving the club, but not too sure yet if there is any more transfers that occur between this episode and next episode. I will of course cover them next time around, but we will wait and see. We've had a lot of players going out for quite big money, 152 million already coming into the club, and we've brought in quite a few new faces as well. I only spent 51 million. There is a possibility we're going to spend a bit more, but I'm not too sure. We almost bought a player for 60 mil, but they unfortunately chose Bayern over us. But even so, this is who has left the club. A lot of decent players have gone, but no real first teamers have left, and we haven't kind of, like last season, lost some real key players like Ricardo Ley, who went for stupid money to Barcelona last season. Nothing like that has happened. First of all, Kevin Ehlers, who was a decent kind of fourth choice central defender, has left and gone to Bournemouth. We only bought him for about £12 million. We sold him for 20, may rise as high as 26 million, so pretty good business there. Odsonne Edouard, a player who never really kind of hit the grade we needed to. We signed him for 18.5 million a couple of seasons ago from Hertha Berlin. First season did alright, 23 games, 10 goals. Last year was awful and he scored once the entirety of last season. He is left for £28 million flat. We had a couple of clubs come in for him. He chose Lazio, so that is where he is gone. We've also sold Pietro Pellegrini, a former hero of this save, especially down in the lower divisions and our first few years in the Bundesliga. We eventually, after multiple seasons of loans, got him on a free transfer. He has officially left now. He's gone back to Italy, to Roma, for 27 million. I think it was 22 up front and 5 in instalments. Pretty happy with that. For a guy who's 26 and really been struggling the last few seasons, only got 2 goals in the entirety of last year, and before that only 7 in 26. He was consistently dropping in terms of goals per game. So Pellegrini has left, also was having a few issues with injuries, so pretty happy with that. We had a few players going out on loan. Raul Coste, the young Romanian central midfielder, probably will end up getting sold on eventually, I would imagine. He's not really developing. And also Gregor Zielinski's gone out on loan to Werder Bremen, hoping the young 19-year-old can get some games over at Bremen. And also a very decent left back we have at the team, Steven Mentz, has gone on loan to Holstein Kiel. A couple of young players have headed out the club. We've then had a couple of young players having got sold on. Bastian Klaas and Hussein Koch, I think is how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure. Both got over to Augsburg. Not a huge amount of money, never was going to really hit the levels we needed to here at the club. Both very young, brought in about 800k for those two players. Then a few more bigger names have left. Marcus Cenessi, a guy who, I will be honest, was a flop. One of the worst deals I've probably made since being at the club. We paid 16 million for him. It was very much a last-minute deal in the January of the 2026-27 season. Bit of a panic buy, never settled, never ever played well for us. He only had a year left. He's gone to Fulham for 9.5, could rise to about 13.5, as you can see there. So we got most of the money back, but yeah, he wasn't a good signing. So not great there. We also sold another youngster, Constantine Becker, to Hoffenheim, 600k. It could rise, I think, because there's a big sell-on fee. I think it was a 40% sell-on fee, so hopefully get a bit more money in for him. But one big name who did leave, but has kind of dropped down the pecking order in recent seasons, is Hector Franco. He only had a year left on his deal. He didn't want to sign a new contract because he hasn't been first choice for a good 9 months or so here at the club, and he's gone to Spurs. We signed him a long time ago. I think it was our very first season in the Bundesliga for £2 million. He was always a decent player, but never really developed a huge amount. He's still only 2.5 stars, and that is his potential, apparently. Again, just didn't quite hit the heights we wanted. Decent player, but we've sold him for £23 million, which I'm pretty happy with. We've made over 10 times the money we paid for him. He may rise a little bit higher than 25.5. Pretty decent business. I have replaced him. We, of course, signed Jamel Lewis last season. We've got another left back who I will show you shortly. We then sold a couple of other biggish names. Hikmet has finally left the club. He was on loan last season out of the team over at Atalanta. He, again, much like Franco, signed for decent money. He never hit the heights we really wanted to. Very decent first few seasons and then really dropped down. Had an okay year last year, and then Roma have picked him up for £29 million flat fee. Again, like Franco, his contract was running out at the end of this season, so we had to move him on because he wouldn't sign a new deal. The final sale that has happened is this youngster, Aglon Sekaraka, young Finnish midfielder, a player who we got on a free transfer a couple of seasons ago, had a few games here and there, nothing too drastic. And after multiple loans out of the team, he's slowly been developing. Newcastle bought him. He too, his contract was running down. Only had a year left. They paid £14 million, and there was a sell-on fee included in there. Overall, £152 million bought in. Really happy with the business. There is a possibility of another 40 or so million coming in. I think Casanova and Bielik both have bids on them, so they'll probably both be heading out of the team as well. But that's sort of our out so far. I say that likely there'll be more, but currently that is what has happened. And these are the players we have brought in. There's 3 players have arrived on free transfers. 2 of them you probably already knew because I've mentioned them in previous episode. 1 I'm absolutely over the moon about. And then a few other players have come in and 1 on a loan deal. The first player we brought in, Joshua Xerxe, who is actually a lot better than what I remember when I signed him. He's coming as a squad player on a free transfer. He's classed as homegrown national because he came through the Bayern Munich youth ranks. He's a very decent player, a very good second option for us, and he's happy to be a squad player. So he's coming into the team, very much going to be Chimpataz's backup, and hopefully he can score a few goals for the club. He's a very good option. We also, of course, have Jonathan Tah. We signed him last season. He's coming in. It reckons as a regular starter. He probably won't be a regular starter because we've got other central defenders. And I'm also trying to sign Upamecano from Leicester, who, of course, the RB Leipzig defender in real life. Well, I think he's actually gone to Bayern Munich now, but he's available on a decent fee, so he could be joining us before the end of the transfer window. But that's Jonathan Tah, decent option. The signing I am most happy about, and I really wanted, and was over the moon that I got him into the team, was Bruno Fernandez. Joins us on a 2-year deal. He is still so good despite being 33 years of age with a big fat wage, but he's going to be special. His recent seasons at United, I don't know why they've let him go. Last season got a 7.52 average rating, 24 games, 7 goals, 7 assists from midfield. The season before that, 8 goals, 9 assists. The season before that, he got 19 goals from attacking midfield. He is still phenomenally good, and we've got him on a free transfer, so I'm very happy with Bruno coming in. Of course, as a Man U fan, I'm over the moon about having Bruno. Why would I not be? Next on the list is a young player. I have already shown you him. Nico Bozikovic, I think is how you pronounce it. Croatian young. He's only 16. We signed him for £3.5 million. 5-star potential. Very much a player for the future. Not much really to say about Nico there. Another youngster we signed, this time a Czech youngster from Jelava over in the Czech Republic, Jakub Novak. Decent option, again only 16 years of age, 2-star current ability, reckons 3.5, but probably more likely 4. That's what the scouts reckoned him as. His release fee was 3.1, it's what we've signed him for. He's a decent option, hopefully can develop over time. A couple of young players there. Another youngster we've signed, Giovanni Mercado probably. Mexican young striker, comes in very much as a third choice. We've signed him for, I think it was about 10 million, 11 million pounds. He's been banging goals in for fun over in Mexico at only 17 and 18 years of age. He's going to come into the team and hopefully offer us another option up front. But that is Giovanni. I'm really happy with him. Only as an impact sub as well, so he's going to be happy not playing too many games. Now, the bigger money signings we started to make are Leo Pop and Joshua Kimmich. Pop is a player I have been after for so long from Stuttgart. Finally, I managed to sign him. It reckons he's only 2.5 star current ability, 2.5 star potential. I think that's crap, to be honest. I don't think that's true whatsoever. I think my scouts are just getting it wrong because his attributes would suggest otherwise. He's a really decent option. He's going to play as our DLP on defend in that position there, and he's very good at it. The only thing he lacks a little bit is tackling and teamwork, so I've got him training on those at the moment, and hopefully he can do well in that position. He's both footed as well. Very good stuff. Homegrown player too. Very happy with Leo having come into the squad. The next few players, a bit more experienced names, players you probably have heard of. Definitely one in Joshua Kimmich. And the two players are both wing-backs for us. The first, Noah Katterbach, having come in from Manchester City on loan. It is an option to buy him. I think it's like 30 or 40 minutes. Quite expensive. Probably won't happen. But he's a very good option. Comes in as our backup left-back, possibly first choice. He'll be playing today because there's an injury to Jamel Lewis. He is very good. German player. Cologne player in real life. He's very good, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the team. And it's just for the season. Well, might actually be for 2 years. I can't remember how long the loan deal is. Is it for 1 year? It's only 1 year, and that's the optional future fee there, 41 mil. Probably won't get paid, but he comes into the team nonetheless. And then the final player, Joshua Kimmich, comes in on a 3-year deal for about £18 million. He is still so good, even at 33. He had a year left on his deal over at Manchester United. We're paying him £250,000 a week. He's our highest paid player by some distance, but he's going to come in as our wing-back on support. Also going to cover at defensive midfield and even possibly as a central defender if needed. He's very good, very well-rounded. Of course, a phenomenal German player. Really fantastic player to have in the team. Very experienced. Very happy to have him at the club. That currently though wraps up our transfer business for the time being. As I say, there's still a whole month left of the window. We still have plenty of money. We have like £150 million still in the budget and £500,000 worth of wages. So plenty of wiggle room for players. But I'm very happy with how the squad is currently looking. Unless players go, we probably won't sign players, but we'll have to wait and see. That, though, is the transfers done and dusted, and this is how we're lining up for our game today with Bayern Munich in the German Super Cup. It is Misic in net, Kimmich starting his first game for the club at right back, around Laporta in defence. I was going to rest Aral, reckons he needs one. He's just come back from the Olympics, I believe, but I'm going to play him nonetheless. Katterbach playing at left back, Xerxe and Pop are playing in at DM. Vermeck is our advanced playmaker today. I wasn't going to start him because he's not fully fit, but I'm going to risk him anyway. Fernandez and Sousa, two Portuguese internationals starting as the attacking midfielders, with Chimpataz up front on his own. That is how we're lining up. Let's get into this game. Let's see how we do get on. Hopefully a good performance today. I really want us to play well. I really want us to try and win this competition. Of course, the end of the season, we smashed Bayern Munich. Absolutely battered them. Bayern are playing the right back. I was going to sign in Antonio Di Battista. He unfortunately chose Bayern over us. We offered £60 million to him, which was his release fee. But alas, he chose to go to Bayern. I will show you him very shortly so you can see what you think of him and if we should have gone for him instead. One player I'm also looking at the moment is Leon Goretzka. Bayern are looking to sell him for about 15 million. He only has a year left on his deal. He is 33 though, so I'm not sure if I want to go for him or not, but could be a decent option for us. Di Battista is there on the screen. He is absolutely ridiculous going forward. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't get him, but he's still... I think we've got a good deal with getting Kimmich into the team, at least for the time being. We have our first highlight, though, of the game. Di Battista is on the ball currently for Bayern. Carvalho to Gonçalves at the moment. Come on, boys. Let's get a win here. Sane is on the ball, as I'm saying this. Kimmich gets a foot in, but doesn't win it initially. Okay, Alphonso Davies now on this left flank for Bayern. He's whipped it in. We've headed it clear. Not very well, though. Leon Goretzka has the ball back. And Bayern are recycling possession currently. Are they going to actually create an opportunity? Sane on it here. He puts it across. What a block by Laporta. Misic does well initially to cut out the first cross. It falls out to a Bayern player. And Laporta with a vital block on the line keeps us on level terms. And we do not concede. Very, very lucky there from us and for Nikola Misic. But Kimmich here, lovely pass up to Fernando Chimpas. Come on. He plays it inside really, really poorly. But Bruno Fernandez, of course, on his debut. Firmek to Jamel Souza. It's in. We take the lead. I'm hoping to see more this season from Jamel Souza. That is a very good way to kick off the campaign with a goal against arch rivals Bayern Munich. Really good stuff. And assist for Firmek. Nice little build-up. Good little bit of luck. Fernandez lays it off to Firmek and he spots the run. It's a brilliant run from Souza. I'm hoping to see more of that from him this season as that shadow striker. Of course, going to have a full season in that position this year. Not going to be swapping around the formation as much as we did last year. We're very much settled on this tactic. So hopefully you can see some better performances from him and hopefully see some better fitness from him as well. The poor guy got injured so much last year. Missed about 30 or 25% of the entire season for injury last season. So hopefully won't have quite so many issues this year around. As I'm saying all of this though, we are whizzing through the rest of this first half. No highlights since the 7th minute where of course we scored with that Souza goal. And we are nearly at half time. I'll be honest, I'll be happy if we get in at half time with the lead. Indeed we do. Very, very little. Only one highlight apiece. But we made sure ours counted and we are winning this game currently. Going to say guard against complacency. Most of the lads do agree. Katterback apparently is nervous. He's looking a little bit more up for it now. I am going to make a change though. Firmek is looking tired. He, much like Gökhan Arau, has just come back from the Olympics too. So we'll sub him off for Amiri. Pretty straight swap, not too bad. We've got a few injury issues at the moment because of, I think it was the Euros and the Olympics both took place in the summer break. So a lot of players are tired and have picked up knocks. Hang on, Souza! Oh, Fernandez, how did he not score that? It was a Portuguese international up against the Portuguese international goalkeeper in Diego Costa. He makes a very, very good stop there. Unfortunately, Fernandez does not already kick off his goal tally today, but still good early signs. Good to see him getting in the good positions like that. Of course, he's got such good finishing in FM this year. He's got like 17 finishing. It's ridiculous. Carvalho. Wow, we are very lucky not to have conceded then. I think we'll make a change. We'll see what happens on this corner first. Okay, after saying about Leon Goretzky's gone and bloody scored against us, isn't he? Right, we're going to make a change. I'm going to get Katterback off for Lewis. So we get Lewis onto the pitch. And I'm also going to sub off. I think I'm going to sub off Chimpas for Xerxe. Chimpas has also just come back from the Copa America with Peru. So he too isn't fully fit. So we'll get Xerxe on and hopefully see something from him as well. Get his fresh legs onto the pitch. He's got a lot of pace. So much like Chimpas, it's pretty straight swap. Nothing too drastic being lost. We bring him on, of course, former Bayern Munich player as well. And I believe with the Super Cup, you get 5 substitutions, I think. I may be wrong. I may have already made all 3 of my subs. I hope that isn't the case. But who on earth knows? You have to let me know as well, guys, your thoughts on our transfers. If you feel we should improve any other position. I'm pretty happy, to be honest, with the majority of the squad. I am still looking at like a really top defensive midfielder and top central defender. But so far, no one's really jumped out at me other than Upamecano. And he's very, very pricey. Hang on, Gonçalves. Misic makes a good stop. And they hit the post this time by Munich. We are very lucky not to have conceded a second goal as of yet. Gonçalves now, though, whips it in. We head it clear. Can Bruno get there first? I think he's going to. Come on, Bruno Fernandez. Come on, the old man on the ball. He gets past the defender. Xerxe on it now. Joshua Xerxe. What's he going to do? What the effing hell was that? Oh my goodness me. Why would you shoot from that angle? I've got no idea. We're seeing so many highlights in the second half. We saw 2 the entirety of the first half. We've already seen like 4 or 5 already for this second half. And we've still got 25 minutes almost to play in it. No idea really what's going on here. But Jamel Lewis has it. Liuzio now. Come on, Captain Liuzio. Lumps it up the pitch. Lovely control there from Joshua Xerxe. Come on, Jamel Lewis. Down this left flank, had a phenomenal season last year in that first 6 months. Can we see more from him this year? I certainly hope so. Amiri goes for it. Amiri scores. Xerxe gets an assist on his debut. Really good goal. And we take a 2-1 lead here. I think we're at the Allianz Arena. I'm not too sure. But lovely football there. Very good stuff. Hopefully we can see this lead out this time and get the job done. Only 15 minutes to play now. I'm going to make another sub if I'm allowed to. I'm going to get Bruno Fernandez off. Manuel Wirtz. Okay, no, we don't have any more subs, so we won't be doing that. We'll go to positive, though. We'll lower the tempo slightly and up the time wasting just ever so slightly. Nothing too drastic. Only just about 10 minutes to go. Come on, boys. We're so close to winning another Super Cup. It'll be 3 years in a row we'd have won this competition should it happen. We'll go to balance. We'll go full on time wasting and be more disciplined. Less than only 5 minutes to go. There's a highlight. It goes over the bar. The Bayern Munich central defender there heads it over. Luckily for us, into stoppage time. Can we see this out? Get another win over Bayern. I think we're going to do it. We are. We made it hard work for ourselves by giving Bayern so many chances, but we took our chances. Bayern did not. Another trophy won. Another good bit of morale boosting, hopefully, by winning that and boosting the reputation for that. I'm handing the trophy to John Liuzio. He's going to raise it 3rd season in a row. We are Super Cup winners again. Happy days. Very, very good stuff indeed. Hopefully it can be the first of many trophies this season. Of course, we didn't win anything else last year other than the Super Cup. We want more to be won this season. But a good way to start nonetheless. Very, very good stuff indeed. Of course, let's go and check out our schedule, what we can back for next episode. We have our first few games of the season. We will go through the entirety of the rest of the transfer window before next episode. We'll come back at the beginning of September. It will either be for the Wolfsburg game away from home, or it'll be for our first Champions League group stage game. It depends on who we get joining against. If it's a big team, we'll play that. If not, we'll do Wolfsburg. And we'll also do the rest of our transfer roundup. But of course, guys, that'll all be coming in next episode. Overall, though, guys, that brings this video today to a close. And we beat Bayern once more. Happy days indeed. Hopefully, we'll beat them in the Cup and in the Bundesliga as well this season. The Cup is definitely the main aim, as is getting the Bundesliga back under our belts once more. Of course, Champions League is also going to be in there, but we'll have to wait and see what does occur with Europe and everything else along those lines. You have to let me know, guys, your thoughts on the transfer business so far and what else you think we should be doing. Who's your favourite of the new boys coming in, and do you think we made the right decision in shipping out the players that we did? Hopefully, though, guys, you have enjoyed today's video. If you have done, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you do want to see any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.